Hey, it's Lisa Filia, your certified life coach. We are talking about habit stacking today. And the reason being is it is the new year, and we want to kick this new year off right. We often have these goals, these New Year's resolutions that we set for ourselves. And before the end of January, a lot of times they're kerplot. We've already dropped them. We've already failed or we've messed up and we've given up. And so, whether or not that's you, this process can help because what it does is it gives you specific, tangible things and results that you can assess throughout the entire year. So you're not just waiting until December 31st to see if you've made your goal. You've already shown yourself results and progress and accomplishments every single month. And so that is what this video is all about. And that is what habit stacking really gives you. And this is important for you because it'll help you keep the motivation and momentum. So, whatever your goal is, you have that motivation and drive to keep pushing forward long beyond January. All right, so how are we going to talk about this? Well, we're going to start by defining and describing what habit stacking is, what that process looks like. And then we're going to actually have you start using it. Right on this video, I'll give you a prompt and that you can use to help you apply this right away to your life. And then what you'll be able to do by watching this video is really get started, really implement this idea of habit stacking and see results not just December 31st, but every day, every month of this year. Okay, so let's dive in. We'll start by talking about what habit stacking is. Habit stacking is simply choosing a habit to either add or break every month. So that means in January, you choose one thing, one habit you want to either begin implementing or break. And I recommend you choose a habit that's daily because that daily practice is going to really help you make it happen. So you choose a habit in January, you choose one in February, you choose one in March, April, May. You get the picture. Every single month, they stack on top of each other so that by the end of the year, you have these 12 things that you either added or took away in order to get yourself closer to where you're wanting to be, to who you want to be. And so, what this does is it gives us the ability to be that person throughout the entire year by building habits related to it. So, how does this work? Well, let me share the steps. There's really just three that it boils down to. The first step is you create a vision for yourself. The second step is you pick a habit. And the third step is you add a new habit each month. So I'm not going to go into a lot of specificity about how to maintain the habit, how to continue the momentum, how to assess what's working, what's not, because those will be coming up in future videos. Right now, what we're going to focus on is number one, and then we'll end with this second one here, number two. So the first one, number one, you're going to pick or create a vision. When we create a vision, I use the word vision on purpose. Some people will think of this as their New Year's resolution. Some will call it their main goal for the year. I purposely use the word vision. And this is because it's broader than a specific goal. And I think when we say goal, sometimes we can add a lot of pressure to it. I think that happens a lot, especially with the word resolution. And for me, the word vision just feels a little bit freer. It's the vision that I have. It's the dream. It's where I want to be. And it helps me to come to this inspired, motivated place. So that's why I'm using the word vision here. So to give you an idea of what this could be, it might be a goal related to weight loss. You want to lose 50 pounds. And so you have this vision of yourself 50 pounds lighter. The vision might be something related to your career. You have this next step you're wanting to take, and you see in your mind what that would look like. So that's the vision that you want to create. It might be a little bit of a softer goal, like the year of self-kindness. That's similar to the vision that I'm creating for myself. And so the idea is building kindness and bringing it throughout the year. So the vision is something that inspires you, and it's getting you closer to the version of you that you want to be. Now, you can also put numbers to this, like maybe you have a certain amount of income that you want to make this year, and so you can make that your vision as well. Really, the key is you want to create this specifically. So you choose what you want that vision to be, and then you want to describe to yourself what that looks like, who you are. What does that person who's achieved that vision look like? What do they believe about themselves? What are they doing? What aren't they doing? Who are they hanging out with? What types of beliefs do they have? What are they often feeling about themselves, about their life, about their career, about their relationships? How do they show up? How do they approach setbacks? How do they approach any time that they fail or things don't happen the way they want to? You really want to get to know what that vision is, who that version of you is. So I recommend you pause this video and you take a moment to answer those questions. You feel free to rewind and kind of listen to that part again, but it's really just picking and the specific vision you want and then describing and creating what that looks like for you. Okay, now that you have the vision in place, the next step is to pick a habit. We put this after the vision because you want the habit to stem from the vision. Every month we will be picking a habit, but for now, just focus on one. It doesn't have to directly relate, and if nothing's coming to mind, you can just start brainstorming what potential habits could be, and then ask yourself, how could this relate to my vision? Is it possible it does relate to my vision, and that can help you choose one? So for example, I actually started this process in December of last year, and the habit that I chose was to do the dishes every night. And I chose that because the vision I knew that I'd have for myself in 2020 is one of self-kindness, one of always showing up for myself as I build my business, as I continue to grow in this business and achieve my goals. I wanted that self-kindness to be a driving force. And so doing the dishes might not seem directly related to self-kindness, but for me, it really does. Because when you do the dishes every night, instead of waiting until the end of the week where they start to stack up, what it does is it shows myself that I'm here for me, I'm supporting me each and every day, and it allowed me to wake up every morning with a clean sink. There was nothing sitting in there. And what it also did was it started to build this momentum. Because as soon as I started doing the dishes each night, I started doing other things too. And this was just an added bonus. It's not a requirement. But what I noticed is I do the dishes and I felt really good because I was showing up for me. I was supporting me, and I'd see my shoes in the hallway. And so I just picked them up and put them away. I'd see the blanket on the couch wasn't folded. I'd just go grab it and fold it. And normally when the dishes weren't done and those things were out, it was just something to get to it another day. But because I would already be doing the dishes and taking steps forward to do that for myself, I started doing other things too. It was like I'd started building the momentum, and it was easy to do other pieces as well. So that was how my habit from December really related to self-kindness, even though when you first say it, it might not seem like it. So think about for you, what habit can you create for yourself this month in order to help support the vision you have for yourself for this new year? It doesn't have to be a new habit. Like for me, the new habit in December was building the dishes. It could also be doing the dishes. It could also be stopping or breaking an existing habit. So for me, an example is in January, my habit I'm breaking is I've decided not to watch TV during the work week. And we don't need to go into detail about what that looks like or why, but it does relate to my vision, and it's something I'm going to stop doing. So you can think of something that you can either start or stop. So that gives you some ideas to help you think of it. I recommend you go ahead and choose one now. If a bunch of different ideas are coming to mind, then I recommend just starting with whatever's easier. Because we want to start where we can build the easiest momentum. So for me, last month, doing the dishes, super easy to me. I knew how to do it. It wasn't going to take a lot of time if I did it daily. And so it would really build that momentum. So think for you, what is the easiest habit that I could just start doing? It doesn't have to be big. It can be something super small, but just something that you can do daily or break daily in order to get that vision one step closer to it. All right. So, what you've done so far is you've created your vision and you've chosen a habit. Now, what you'll be doing is every day this month, from whenever you're watching this video and on, so you're not watching this on January 1st, but that's okay. You can just start the goal when you see this video. That's fine. You can start the habit as soon as you watch this video, and that's okay. And you just do it every day. If there's a day where you don't do it, that doesn't mean it's ruined, because you build habits over time. And so it's okay. You just pick up the next day and you carry on. There's no having to do it over or go back and try to fix it or double do it the next day. Don't even worry about that. Just start fresh wherever you are. And I will be talking more about that in future videos. But for now, just know you just keep going. All right. That's what I have for you. This is the process of habit stacking. And again, the key here is that you habit stack by adding one new habit each month. And this is important because it allows you to build momentum by allowing you to see progress on whatever vision you've created for yourself. You see progress every day, every month, so that it helps you to stay motivated and truly achieve that vision for yourself. You now have the process. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you with it. All right, thanks so much and happy habit stacking. Bye.